All right, let's get rolling with weather for Weather Geeks on this Wednesday evening. It's been kind of a stormy day in parts of the valley, some places, well, not so much. So let's talk about what's happened, and then we'll talk about the current weather and the future weather. Some locally heavy downpours this afternoon. Now, I think these radar estimates are too high. There was a little bit of hail in here with some of these storms mid-afternoon near the Ohio-PA border. And in the presence of any hail, sometimes these rainfall estimates are contaminated a little bit by the radar. So in other words, I think they're artificially too high. But a good 1.5 to perhaps up to 2 inches is plausible in parts of Poland Township, down towards New Middletown and Lowellville, then heading up towards West Middlesex and right along the Ohio-PA line, Trumbull and Mercer County border. When I recorded Weather Geeks this evening at 7:47, and a heavy line of thunderstorms just kind of on the border of Portage and Stark and Mahoning counties. Probably a little bit of hail falling in this. Let's do a quick hail track on this. Most of you will be watching this well after this, so I don't want to spend too much time on the current radar. But yeah, there's probably a little bit of hail trying to fall in southeastern parts of Portage County this evening. Overall, this is easily the heaviest storm in the region. A little bit of thunder and lightning up in northwestern Trumbull. Otherwise, things are going to quiet down, I think, as we go through the next several hours and into the overnight. Any shower and thunderstorm activity will fade away pretty quickly, and we'll get off to a quiet start on your Thursday morning as well. Let's talk about Thursday. I think Thursday is going to play out a lot like today. The difference is it's going to be a little more humid. And I think there can be these widely separated or random disorganized showers and storms as we go past lunchtime and into the afternoon. There's not going to be much rhyme or reason to who gets a storm and who doesn't. And then we'll dry out, it looks like, again for Thursday night. Hour-by-hour rain chances coming up on your Thursday. Looking like this, much like today, kind of peaking mid-afternoon, then decreasing some as we get into the evening hours. And any of the storms Thursday, much like today, could be locally heavy. Can't rule out some small hail and some hard downpours. And we're in the low-end risk of severe weather tomorrow. When we talk severe weather, of course, we're talking about damaging winds or large hail. It's a pretty low risk of those things. But certainly could we see some hard downpours and some vivid lightning and perhaps some small hail in any storms tomorrow? Yeah, that's a possibility. All right, now Friday holds a better chance of severe weather. Here comes a strong cold front, and I think as we go through mid to late afternoon, a pretty good squall line, a pretty organized area. You know, today was pretty disorganized, tomorrow pretty disorganized. Friday, this should be an organized squall line tracking our way towards the end of the afternoon and into the evening. And then that'll clear out overnight, and then, wow, taste of September on Saturday. This is an unusually strong cold front for the dog days of summer. Usually fronts aren't this strong at this time of the year, but this front means some business. And Saturday, you know, there's going to be a breeze. There's probably going to be a sprinkle or a shower in a couple of spots. And especially in the morning, some clouds dominating. It's really going to feel like fall for a time as we kick off the upcoming weekend. All right, let me head back to this and see if my day 3 outlook will show up. Sometimes at this time of day, there's a weird bug in our software that at this time of the day, it doesn't like to show the day 3 outlook for some reason. But if it were to show up, it would look like this. The slight risk is kind of like here, and slight is kind of one of our medium categories here when it comes to severe weather risks. So it's a higher risk on Friday as compared to today and for tomorrow. As far as the specifics, here's what I have for Friday. A 3 to 8 p.m. kind of window where there could be some heavy gusty storms capable of producing severe weather. It's an organized squall line, and while the flash flooding risk is not real high because these things will be moving along at a pretty decent clip, wind damage is easily our number one threat with any of these storms on Friday. So it's a day to be weather aware coming up on Friday. Then a big change for the weekend. Dew points down in the lower 50s. Air temperatures no better than 71 Saturday. That might even be optimistic, especially in the northern half of our viewing area, where the clouds might hang on longer. Might even be a lake effect shower here and there. You know, places like Kinsman and Greenville and Sandy Lake and places like that, you know, we could be talking about 67, 68 for a high on Saturday. Now, we'll turn a little bit muggy, I think, on Monday before another refreshing air mass arrives for the middle of next week. This does not look like a typical August pattern. If you've been watching Weather Geeks this week, I've been talking a lot about the August forecast being pretty cool by August standards to start, meaning the first probably 2 weeks. A higher likelihood of some summertime heat returning as we go towards the second half of August, towards the eclipse on the 21st, towards the first day of school for some, and towards, of course, the Canfield Fair at the end of the month. It's always hot at the Canfield Fair, it seems like, especially when I'm there. So hope to see some of my Weather Geek friends out at the Canfield Fair coming up in less than a month. It's hard to believe it's that time of year once again. I'll have updates on the radar and everything else you need to know on social media this evening and on the Storm Tracker 21 app. Thanks for watching tonight's weather for Weather Geeks. Check out my forecast tonight on TV, 21 News at 11. See you then.